My rhetorical essay was on the book The Lotus and the Cross, Jesus Talks with Buddha by Ravi Zacharias. This is a series of books that the author has where Jesus has conversations with different people, such as Krishna, Oscar Wilde, Hitler, and obviously in this one, Buddha. In this particular story, Jesus and Buddha are having a discussion on a boat traveling down a river, which ultimately I believe is a metaphor for could they be in a boat together, which is the thesis that I made, which is do Jesus and Buddha belong in the same boat? In the book, the first topic that the author covers is enlightenment, and the fact that enlightenment comes from having no desire or longing. And I make the point that even a Buddhist monk who fasts his entire life and has just 2 small meals a day still has desire. I give the example that he may have a pear on Monday morning for breakfast and an apple for breakfast on Tuesday morning, but he still desires that pear and he desires that apple, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. When Buddha begins to ask Jesus questions in the book, the character of Jesus turns the tables on him and starts asking him questions about true enlightenment, essentially saying that if true enlightenment is the same thing as all-knowing, then why was there times where Buddha changed his mind? It gives a couple of examples, but the specific one that I think that hits home is, at first, women were not allowed to be monks in the Buddhist religion, and then after several requests by several of the women in the early part of the religion, one being Buddha's mother, he changed his mind. So then the question is, well, if you knew everything, why'd you change your mind? And I really think that the author could have expanded here and gone into that was the plan all along, and they had to really sacrifice to truly want it, and that was the point that I changed my mind. And even could have thrown it back on Jesus, saying that when Jesus' first miracle was made, which was turning the water into wine at the wedding in Cana, it could be said that he didn't want to do that. He didn't want to reveal himself yet, but he did it for his mother. I think the author really missed an opportunity there. Lastly, Jesus questions Buddha the theory of no self, but then also questions if there's no self, meaning no higher power, it's just an internal meditation to try to find enlightenment, then by way of karma, every person is born with a debt, then who are you paying that debt to? Yourself in a former life or yourself in a future life, but yet everybody's still born with debt. Here again, Buddha in the book answers the question by saying that he really doesn't want to answer that question. And I think that was another shortcoming that the author made there. I think this was a very entertaining book, but I think it really could have been a much longer book. The author could have had a lot more fun, a lot more deeper conversations of really going back and forth. The books are obviously geared towards a Christian point of view, but for an entertainment purpose, I think it would have been fun to really question the Christianity side of these stories. And that's it. Hope you liked it.